The airy scales of Libra bring our imbalances to light. Are we giving away our power, and where does it feel wrong to fight for what's right? Now's the time to show up for one another, to be heard, acknowledged, and seen. Because love will bring equilibrium, creating new space for the power of we. Are you ready to practice the art of making a genuine, intentional change? Welcome to the Magic is Messy podcast. Sisters and misters, witches and wizards, freaks, geeks, and magical peeps, welcome once again to the Magic is Messy podcast. My name is Kitty. I make my money being pretty and witty. And you are awesome, as always. Thank you so much for hanging out on these airwaves, babes. But seriously, side note, thank you for the spell, Tay. I recently did an enchant my name ritual, and then she dropped this love bomb on my lap. So, yeah, sold 1 million copies, and people are saying my name, and I super dig it. Words are spells, yo. Words are spells. So, just throwing that down. Thank you, Taylor Swift, for being you, baby boo. Before I dive into our New Moon in Libra episode, ladies and gents, boys, girls, diamonds, and pearls, I would love to rock a few shout-outs to all of you that showed some love. There was an abundance of amazing energy making its way to me, and for that, I am truly, ridiculously, oh my goodness, goddess gracious, grateful. So high fives and good vibes to you all for taking the time to reach out. I'll try to be quick because we have a lot of information to cover here in the New Moon of Libra episode. So here we go. To Bishu, to Kimberline Jean, to Wyatt DeVries, the Modern Hippie Mama, to Tammy B, to Mary, to Shordana, to Kay or Ka, to Jamie, to Haley Nicole, Upstairs Sam, Asia Marie Beauty, to Valerie Z, to all, A-L-L, that's a fantastic name, to all, fantastic, Simona, Pack and Knack, Isabella N, Jaquilo, love that name, to Selks, to Kay Johnson, to Audrey C, Amanda G, Wendy C, Katie P, Elizabeth P, Cassie K, to San, to Sarah F, to This Mary Has a Garden, to Mary Alex, Katie Smirks, Moondrip, and Lexi K. Baby. Thank you so much. And for all of you that sent your altar pictures to me, as I asked in the last episode, maybe you listened to that episode. If you did not, you can listen to it really quickly, chickadee. But those of you that sent me pictures of your altars and showed me your full moon in Aries with your Libra as well, to Get Lovely Fit, to Jax M, and to Kesha Womp, I want to say thank you for sending me your altars. I truly appreciate you taking the energy out of your day and sending a little bit my way. So, thank you. If I missed you, please accept apologies. And for the rest of you, please feel free to say, hey girl, hey, what up, baby? Because that is how we exchange energies. And I'm all about the exchange of energy, as you already know, if you've listened to this podcast. If you're brand new to this podcast, welcome to you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for finding us. I very much appreciate that you are here on these airwaves with us. Welcome to the Magic is Messy Collective. Okay, babies. The elegant, the diplomatic, the artistic, the collaborative, and charming New Moon in Libra greets us on October 21st, which is the last day of Libra season, because the next day, the 22nd, we dive into the deep waters of Scorpio. But we're not there yet. We're not there just yet. But are we ready? I don't know. Are you ready for Scorpio? I don't know if I'm ready for Scorpio, yo. This lunation holds a very powerfully harmonious energy that brings us into a state of balance and beauty. This is the moon to manifest justice, y'all. And side bay, I never bring politics into my podcast. But we are currently fighting a battle, my babes. A battle of battles, if you hear what I'm saying. And if you feel called, compelled, and a little bit crazy, does that make me crazy? This might be a mega rad moon to set intentions surrounding the current state of affairs and calling in the strong arm of motherfucking justice. For real on the big deal. Let's go crazy! Let's get nuts! Looking for the purple banana till they put us in the truck. Oh no, let's go! Because we need to bring back the equilibrium, babes. I'm just throwing that down. And like I said, politics is not a part of my podcast because we are too separated in this nation right now. But if you feel compelled, if you feel the need for speed, please do a little work to bring equilibrium back to our nation. Just throwing that down. This lunation is perfect for planting seeds within your relationships, both with yourself and your relationships with others. Libra, the 7th sign of the zodiac, a cardinal air sign. Cardinal meaning action-oriented and very into the initiation feels, the getting shit done, honey bun. The beginning some new-ish with your badass. This moon, this cardinal air sign, air being all about ideas, about communication, about our intellect, right? The focused on the power of communication and the words that we say, because words are spells. Yes, I know I've said it before, babes, but words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. This cardinal air sign can bring us a cosmic clean slate. And with this new moon, we can find our own new center as well as establish strong boundaries in our relationships. Now, yes, there are positive and negative sides to each zodiac sign. The positive side of Libra is all up in the aesthetic of beauty and pleasure and perfect balance. Yet during a dark moon, right, the new moon is the dark, where you cannot see the moon in the sky, and that is the perfect prime time to plant some motherfucking seeds. It is the time to dip into your own dark. And what do we want to, what is the empty bucket that we want to fill up, so to speak? During a dark moon, we have the opportunity to do some deeper reflection before setting intentions with the waxing crescent. When the waxing moon touches the sky, when the crescent touches the sky, and take what you need and the rest that you can leave, always, babies, okay? But in my practice, the dark moon is the time for reflection, the time for really digging in deep to what do I want, what do I desire, what do I crave in my life? And then when the crescent touches the sky, when we begin to wax, that is when the action occurs. Waxing equals action. So as Libra is represented and linked to the energy of weighing the heart and represented by the scales, the only non-human or animal representation in the zodiac. I believe I said that in the last episode. The shadow side of the push for perfect harmony is potentially being stuck in a state of indecision, right? Like how many of us, I just want you to take a moment, ask yourself this. How many of us know that we get wrapped up in the pitfalls of people pleasing, which leads us right into the inability to make a choice due to the fear of maybe hurting others' feelings or the fear of looking bad, which, hello, human, or maybe you're afraid of being wrong. Baby, you're the right kind of wrong. But good goddess, that is the most draining loopity-loop that I could really bring to the front during Libra season. You're just on that hamster wheel like, what the fuck? Let me off of this stupid game. I don't want to play this game. Because if you play the same game, you're going to remain the same, right? Okay. So let's all take a step back for just a quick memento. I want you to take a deep breath with me. Ready? In through the nose and exhale audibly through the mouth. Now take another one. Because Libra is all about symmetry. Dig it? Dig it. Okay. Where is there a current situation in your life? Is it a recent relationship? It could be business relationship, platonic relationship, romantic relationship. Where is there a current situation or relationship that you have been actively avoiding conflict within? Either because you would rather keep the peace, because that's the easy way out, or you just don't want to rock the boat. Rock the boat. Rock the boat, work the middle, change directions, new direction. Shout out to Aaliyah, rest in peace, Aaliyah. It just seems like the easiest route, the easiest way to be, the easiest thing to do is to keep the peace and not rock the boat, because who wants to stare conflict in the face? A lot of us do not. Now, listen up, buttercups. When you actively avoid and suppress your own feelings, your needs, your opinions, your desires, it leads to a space of resentment. And potentially passive-aggressive behavior. Now, being a Minnesotan, passive aggression is kind of a normalcy around me, chickadee. But passive aggression and that type of behavior is nasty. Nasty boys don't mean a thing. Ha! Oh, you nasty boys. And these behaviors, in the worst cases, right? I mean, because we can simmer in our passive-aggressive resentment, right? And just be like, whatever, fuck that bitch. Okay, cool. But when it gets too bad to handle, hard to handle, if you will, pretty little thing, let me latch again, because mama, I'm sure I'm messing around. These frustrations can harden into really icky, nasty fucking grudges. And they can create the perfect storm for an emotional eruption. And I don't know about you, but ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for emotional eruptions, because that is so imbalanced. That knocks your equilibrium off of its axis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody love me better. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way. Right? Boom shakalaka shaka khan with your badass. So this moon is motherfucking perfect for resolving conflicts, easing tensions, and creating new space for all the relationships in your life, especially the one with yourself. So what would I love for you to do, boo? Oh, here's what I'd love for you to do, boo. I'm reading off my notes right now. All the notes, you know the notes. We knows the notes. So what I would love for you to do, boo, is to write down your deepest desires when it comes to the relationships you currently have or the relationships you're calling in with this moon. Write them down, right? Air elements, writing, words, air elements. Write them down with the air element energy and speak them out loud so the universe can hear you loud and clear. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Turn the music up to hear that sound. Let's get loud. Another thing about Libra that I want to touch on before I dive into altar correspondence is this zodiac sign is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus, or Venus is the Roman, and in my Greek, OG, Aphrodite, ooh-wee. They are the goddess of love, pleasure, beauty, and magnetism. Motherfucking magnetism. Just let that word right on your lips for a hot, sexy second. Magnetism. When I sink into the spell of magnetism, I immediately think of confidence and charm and charisma, grace and elegance and just classy, sassy, assy. Magnetism stems from an authentic space of self-worth. Let me say that one more time. Magnetism emanates from a space of self-worth, an innate connection to the power one holds within their sensuality. Don't be afraid to make this moon about mindful indulgence, about eye-catching aesthetics, and about the absolute beauty of art in all of its forms. And I'll get to the ritual in a little bit that's full of these feels. But now I want you to think about bringing more beauty into your life. And not just bringing beauty into your life, seeing beauty in the world around you, right? Being present in the moment instead of going through the motions. Because a lot of our times, our imbalances are within that too, is we are not spending enough time connected to ourselves. We are doom scrolling, the scroll hole, the super dope, right? The dope scroll, which is the fake dopamine. Or we are going on autopilot because that's just what we know. And we lose that connection with the world around us. And that's what I love about Libra is it's it's calling and bringing to light the imbalances in our lives. And I'm just going to call out for myself personally and holla at your girl, right? Get a hold of me at MagicisMessy.com or reach out on DMs, whatever. You know how to get a hold of me by now, boos. What my biggest imbalance is the desire to slip into autopilot or slip into social media trapolas. And I know I said that the last episode too. And what I really would love to do is create a challenge that is off of social media, so to speak, so that we can hold each other accountable. Because taking the responsibility and the accountability for your own imbalances is what this new moon truly, truly is about. And we can feel imbalance anywhere. We can feel it in our self-worth. We can feel it in our finances. We can feel it in our business, our relationships, our habits, and our patterns. Imbalance can be anywhere. And until you are ready, until you are willing to see those imbalances for exactly what they are and be honest with yourself. Good goddess, be honest with your motherfucking self. That is the power of Libra New Moon, because when we get honest with ourselves and we take that accountability and responsibility and radical responsibility for where we are allowing ourselves to continue to twitterpate those imbalances, that is where the magic happens. That is the magic. That is the genuine intentional change that we are making with this new moon in Libra. Dig it? Dig it. So now it's time for the altar. Wooby dooby dooby doo. If you are doing an altar, to those of you that sent me pictures of your altar, videos of your altar, thank you so much. It is an honor to be a part of your practice and practice along with you. But if you want to if you want to put your own altar together, I've got you. I got you, boo. Are you ready? Ready, set, break. Cool. If you want to start with some colors, maybe a soft pink, a dusty rose, some pretty pastels, as well as light blue or cream will do. If you want to wear some specific clothes or fabrics, utilize some fabrics in your altar space. Maybe silk, any fine fabrics that make you feel beautiful, abundant, or a matching set of some kind, because symmetry, matching, pairs, that is what Libra is all about, the scales, the pair. Some flowers for your sacred space could be maybe peony, daisy, lily, lavender, iris, or rose. Pink roses are a very good one as well. Let's see. Oils to diffuse if you choose could be orange, anise, jasmine, sandalwood, lang lang, or vanilla. Some herbs or spices to use when you're kitchen witchin' could be basil, sage, mint, thyme, cinnamon, rose petals, lemon balm, or cardamom. Or also while you're kitchen witchin', maybe some foods to eat or leave as an offering to deities, if you please. It could be apples, pears, figs, almonds, chocolate, pastries, berries, anything that looks beautiful. Like, have you ever gone into a bakery or a patisserie and you've seen a sweet treat that looks just too beautiful to eat? I've been there. I've done that. And I'm just like, I don't even know if I would like those tarts that have like this beautiful sheen crust, kind of like a shininess to them. Like, I don't even want to eat that, but when I eat it, it feels good. Yeah. So anything that is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, that is what turns Libra on all night long. All night long. All night long. All night. All night. All night long. Cool, Lionel. Cool. Lionel Richie from a Witchies. Lionel. Kitty, you're on it today. You are hot. Some crystals, holla to all my crystal witches. Maybe some rose quartz for self-love and inner peace. Maybe lapis lazuli for speaking your truth and voicing your needs. Chickadees, I'm talking to you. Some green aventurine for harmony. Maybe moonstone for intuition. Opal for beauty. Or jade or emerald for abundance and heart healing. Libra is ruled by the heart chakra, so anything for heart healing would be great as well. Some deities or goddesses might be Venus or Aphrodite. My OG Aphrodite in the house. Maybe Hera or Juno. They are for marriage, partnership, and female sovereignty. Maybe Themis, how do you say it? Let me know. She is the goddess of divine law, justice, and order. Or the Egyptian Ma'at, the goddess of truth, balance, and cosmic order. Also, when people would die in the Egyptian culture, when people would die, she would weigh their heart on a scale against the feather of truth to see what would happen to them in the afterlife. Yeah, so a couple of those for you. Some symbols, if you were to choose some symbols to put onto your altar, maybe you would choose the Justice Tarot card, number 11 in the tarot, and we're going to be using the Justice Tarot card in our big ritual, and that's coming up soon. You might choose the scales. The scales would be a good one as well. Any heart, whether it be like a charm or some artwork of a heart, or if you just draw a big heart, maybe you have a talisman of a heart or a stuffy or a fuzzy that is a heart. Anything in pairs would be good as well, right? The pairs of Libra, pairs of things, symmetry. Think symmetrical when you do a Libra altar, right? Matching candlesticks, matching candles, matching anything that matches. Or if you have two of the same crystal or something along those lines, you're going to want to make it as symmetrical and equal as possible. The equilibrium, the balance is what your altar is going to feel like. Let's see. We could use an infinity symbol. Because what we give is what we get. You only get what you give. Don't let go. You've got the music in you. One dance, let you know we're gonna pull through. Don't give up. You've got a reason to live. Can't forget. We only get what we give. The New Radicals, y'all. The New Radicals. Yeah, the infinity symbol is a great one. Also, it is the 8, and if you want to do any spells, what would be great is like a spell of 8 words. If you're setting an incantation or an intention, spells with 8 words exactly would be good as well. Also, a mirror might be nice because we're reflecting. We're reflecting from the universe back to ourselves. So a mirror is also good. Maybe listen, you're so good, baby, there ain't nobody better. And the reason I bring up Cream is because that song was made because Prince was looking at himself in the mirror while he wrote it. So holla to you, P, up there. Thanks, Prince. More, please. A mirror would be great. Butterflies, dolphins, a swan, or anything that symbolizes partnerships, your relationships, anything that symbolizes your love life, maybe your relationship with yourself. And like I already said, anything that comes in a pair would be great. Yeah, I think that's all I got for the altar. Once again, please get a hold of me at MagicisMessy. We're on the IG, we're on the FB. We're on all the things, chicken wings. Not yet TikTok. I haven't started TikTok yet. Son of a bee sting. There's just so much social media, and I'm trying to get off of the damn thing. You know what I mean? Now, if you are looking for some quick ways to plug in to the energy of Libra, the new magic board is now available on MagicisMessy.com. Right there on the main page. It is waiting for you. It is $3. Holla. And you can play the game in 24 fun ways, babies. Like I said, it's kind of like a bingo board. And I'll be doing a video showing you like the other one for full moon in Aries, just to kind of, so you can see what it looks like. It's fun, it's quirky, it's colorful. It's meant to engage your inner child and help you to have more fun in your practice. Like that is why it was created. On the bottom of the game board also, because I know there are a ton of ways to plug in to the Libra New Moon, but on the bottom of the game board are a bunch of prompts for you as well. So I've included a bunch of those journal style prompts to jumpstart your imagination and get more specific with your intentions here in the New Moon of Libra. So if you'd like to grab a couple quick ways to plug in and win, and what I mean by win is surprise! Anyone that grabs a game board for that lunation gets thrown into the witch hat for a free tarot reading with me, Kitty D. So as I promised, I'm actually going to start my video right now here on my phone, and we are going to live choose the winner of the Magic Game Board for Full Moon in Aries, winner of the tarot reading. If you buy a game board for $3, holla at your girl, you can be entered into the winning for a tarot reading with me. half an hour tarot reading, live, and all that jazz. So if you can hear them all, here they are. 1, 2, 3, chickadee. Who did we pick? Nicole Mahoney. Boom shakalaka shaka khan. Nicole Mahoney is the winner of our tarot reading, 30 minutes with me, Kitty D. Or, you know what? Here's another thing, too. I just opened my books for Samhain. I reopened my books. I haven't been doing tarot readings for a while, and I miss it so much. I do a lot of tarot readings around the spooky season. I am a professional tarot reader. I've been reading tarot for 10 plus years, and I absolutely adore reading tarot. And the reason is because tarot is a form of therapy, right? Think therapy with incense and attitude, right? I absolutely love the art of tarot because it is an art. It truly is. I don't like to sugarcoat tarot. And I'm just going to go into this segue really quickly. This side bay, I don't like to sugarcoat tarot. I don't sugarcoat, I illuminate. And these sessions are meant to be witty. They're meant to be warm. But in all honesty, they are real talk and maybe a little bit of tough love. They're equal parts magic and mirror. Because what I feel like my readings are able to do for you is to help you see what's standing between you and the future that you truly crave. And in these readings, we're going to uncover blocks. We're going to shift some badass energy. And the goal is to get you back in alignment with your power, the power that maybe you've been giving away, chickaday. So my readings are now available, again, right on MagicisMessy.com. You can sign up right away. Boom shakalaka. There are 30-minute, 60-minute, and emailed readings if you want them to show up right in your inbox. It's a video that I make just for you, Pikachu, and you can keep that video whenever you want. Also, the readings are recorded, so I will send them to you when we're done. But yes, I've opened my books again for spooky season, and sessions are now ready to schedule. And the Samhain special is the half hour for $33 for a live reading with me, chickadee ooh-wee, at MagicisMessy.com. Dig it? Dig it. Cool. All right. Moving on to a few rad rituals. First of all, how are you feeling, witches and wizards? Boys and girls, diamonds and pearls, how are we feeling? Let me know. Reach out, don't you know? Let's connect. I'd love to hear from you. Call me on the line. Call me anytime. Call me anytime. Crazy? Or call me maybe. Here's my number. Oh, there it was. So call me maybe. Anyway, there's a lot of call me songs. For this ritual, it's going to be all about being honest with yourself and honoring your beauty within. That is what I want you to think about when we are embarking on this ritual. Now, what you will need for this ritual is the Justice card of the tarot. And if you do not have a tarot deck, you can pull one up online. You can just pull up the Justice card and you can place that on your altar if you'd like to. A pastel colored candle. And white is just fine too. Any colored candle is fine. But preferably a pastel colored candle, maybe pink would be a good one for this. Your oil of choice, any oils you may have so that we can anoint said candle. Maybe some dried rose petals or any dried flower that feels right to you in your practice. A mirror or reflective surface. A rose quartz or any other Libra crystal that calls to you. A journal, a pen. And incense is optional to clear your space and represent the element of air. So that is the list of things. If you so choose, take what you need and the rest you can leave. Dig it? Dig it. Now, as always, when we start a ritual, I want you to begin by setting your circle, calling in your corners, clearing your sacred space with incense or any smoke cleansing agent that you may prefer. Invite in any deities or energies to guide you in this ritual, and then take a few moments to center yourself and find balance between your inner and your outer realms. And something to ask yourself within that is, where do I feel off? Where do I feel the imbalance? Where do I feel icky, nasty? Where do I feel like it's just not working, or I've been running away from the imbalance? Maybe, like I mentioned, it could be in your self-worth. It could be in your body image. It could be in patterns or habits that you hold. It could be in your finances, your love life, or maybe it's with your family. But just take a moment, and this is going to be icky for a minute, right? And during the new moon, that's what this new moon is for, is the reflection portion of it, this empty vessel of opportunity and possibility. Sit in the uncomfort of that imbalance. And where do you feel it in your body? So where do you feel it in your body? And just sit there for a moment. And you can pause me if you need to. Now, I'd like you to place your mirror in front of you so that you can see yourself in the reflection, right? If you are sitting at an altar or sitting in your circle, you've called in your elements, you've called in your corners, you've called in all of the directions. Now, I would love for you to set the mirror in front of you so you can see yourself. And I'd love for you to ask, just take a moment to ask, how do you desire to be reflected to the universe? And what do you want to see or feel when you look into the mirror? When you see your reflection, how do you want to look? Or, what do you want to feel when you look at that? And also ask yourself, how might you be ignoring these imbalances that we just tripped on, that just came up for us when we sat in the uncomfort? How might you be ignoring these imbalances or actively running away from bringing them back into a state of harmony? And once you know what those imbalances are and you are honest with yourself, you are just dripping in truth, boo. That is when I want to ask you, what are your intentions for bringing yourself back to a state of equilibrium? Because that is the intentions that we get to set. We get to be honest with ourselves. We have the privilege and the honor of being honest with ourselves. This is not feeling right. This is not going well. This is something I do not want to continue in my life. And then we get to set intentions and action steps in order to bring ourselves back to a feeling of equilibrium, harmony, and peace. Because that is where that calm comes from. That is where that inner knowing, that is where that magnetism comes from, is this state of inner knowing and calm and peace within your power. So I want you to write down anything that may be coming up for you as you ask yourself these questions, right? What's bubbling up? And remember that balance is not about perfection. Perfection is not real. Perfection is the bullshit. During Libra, remember that balance is not about perfection. It is about alignment. We are realigning, recalibrating our bodies, our souls, our minds, our energies to find our own balance. Because here's the thing, boo. Listen up. No one is going to bring you a balanced state of mind. No one is going to fix your imbalances for you. And if your imbalances are stemming from not speaking your truth, or ignoring, blatant disrespect, or if your imbalances are coming from this need to please others more than you please yourself, wherever these imbalances are coming from, it's because you are allowing it. A little tough love for you. It's because you are allowing these scales to be off balance. You are not allowing equality in your relationships with yourself or with others. And sometimes that's really difficult to fight for your right to party. It's difficult to fight for yourself because in society, when those, and especially as a female, I'm just talking from my space and my point of view and my experience. When you fight for what you deserve and fight for what you know is right for you, you are looked at as a bitch or selfish or how dare you? Who the fuck do you think you are to ask for something like that? For what you deserve and for what you know you are worthy of. So fighting doesn't have to be aggressive. Fighting can be intentional. Fighting can be peaceful. But we are fighting for our own equilibrium and our own inner calm and knowing of what we deserve and the privilege that we have with every moon, every new moon, is this opportunity to set intentions to bring those energies into our life. And we do that by showing the universe, telling the universe what we want, and then acting, doing some sort of action step, right? We play ping pong with the universe. You move, I move. You move, I move. You move, I move. So when you start to make moves to bring equilibrium into your life during the new moon of Libra, that is when the universe will be able to bring you that energy in return, right? That is the law of the universe, the law of reciprocity. You move, I move, you move, I move. Dig it? Okay. Little tangent there. Here we go. Now, what I'd like you to do, let's get back to the ritual, is dress our candle. So I'd like you to anoint your candle with the oil that you chose. And then either place rose petals on it, right? Like sprinkle the rose petals, or roll that candle in rose petals, or whatever flower you chose, whatever dried petals you chose. And as you do this, call in the energies of beauty and balance. Call in those Libra energies: harmony, peace, equilibrium. And as you do this rolling or placing and anointing of candle, an incantation that you could say, take what you need and the rest you can leave: I've made up my mind without a doubt, for as within is so without. Balanced is my reflection, and beauty is all I see. With harm to none by the power of three, I will it so mote it be. Then I'd like you to light the candle and place that candle between you and the mirror. Now, grab your crystal. After you place the candle between you and the mirror, grab your crystal and imagine a pink light radiating from that crystal into your heart space. And once it reaches your heart space, it explodes and ripples all around you. And it's almost like a pink sparkle starts to emanate from your entire body. And allow this frequency to cover you from head to toe as it radiates out from your heart space, your heart chakra. Allow this pink energy of peace, of understanding, of fairness, of love. Allow this to emanate from you and cover you from head to toe, and then reach out to touch everyone you know. Everyone, everything, everywhere, all of the things. And just visualize this pink aura, this pink vibration, touching all of the things that you come in contact with every day. And everyone you know as well, your coworkers, your lover, your best friends, your family, your allies, your enemies, your whoever it may be. This pink energy emanates from you with the intention of understanding and fairness and love and peace and calm and equilibrium and equality for all. And if you'd like to say a cantation during this, with Libra's understanding and Venus's grace, I call upon harmony to fill up this space. Now I'd like you to gaze into the flame to your reflection. So gaze through the flame into your reflection and see yourself through the lens of justice. Not to judge yourself, because before maybe you were looking at the mirror reflection and you were judging yourself. Because immediately we like to judge. We like to think of what's wrong with us. Hello, human, once again. I want you to look at yourself, not to judge yourself, but look at yourself as someone who's wise enough to tell the truth and kind enough to forgive. You are kind enough to forgive yourself and wise enough to be honest with what it is you are truly creating in your life when it comes to imbalance. What you are allowing to get in the way of what you deserve and what you are worth. And as you gaze into this flame, into the reflection staring back at you, another incantation you could say is, I burn away imbalance and reflect fairness rooted in love. I bring integrity and truth to all I say and do, for as below is so above. Now, take 2 deep cleansing breaths and recenter yourself. This is a lot of work you've done. Ground your power back into your body. Ground yourself back into the moment. And think about that pink aura. Think about being covered head to toe in this cleansing, beautiful, love-filled energy. Think about the way you've changed your reflection from maybe one of judgment to one of truth, one of kindness, one of acceptance, an acknowledgement for who you are, for the imbalances you have, and the honesty of how are you going to now change them. And now we write down our intention of how to change those imbalances clearly on a slip of paper. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to dig even deeper into the energy of Libra, utilizing 8 words as your intention, the infinity symbol, 8. And then I would like you to place this paper underneath the candle. The candle is still between you and the mirror. And allow this candle to burn down. And while this candle is burning down, let's do some light stretching. Let's do some calming movement. Let's do some breathing activity. Let's do something that is going to keep us rooted in the moment, keep us rooted in our body, and keep us aware of our truth. Because the truth and the honesty has come to the surface. And now allow us, as we sink into this intention that we are setting, this action that we want to play the game of the universe. Let's do some calming movement, breath work, or activity. So you can, again, start to feel the energies of Libra circling around you, surrounding you, enveloping you. And as you do this practice of movement or breath, watch the flame slowly fade away and allow that smoke, the smoke that is coming from the flame, allow that smoke to send your message up into the ether. Because that is the element of air. That smoke is sending our message to the ether, and that boomerang is going to come back to us. And close your ritual when you are ready. Close your ritual with this simple incantation. The scales are balanced. My truth is my peace. I'm in harmony with myself and the world around me. Now, as you close your circle, thank your deities, thank the goddesses or gods that you have utilized their energy, that you have invited in. Thank your ancestors or spirit squad, anyone that you invited into the circle. Thank your elements, thank your corners, thank your directions, thank all of it. Give gratitude as you close down your circle, because attitude of gratitude brings more to be grateful for. And your final step to seal the spell with the intentions of Libra is to give yourself a long, luxurious hug and speak love into yourself as a reflection of the universe. Speak love into yourself as a reflection of the universe. Because love brings equilibrium, and love is always the answer. So sisters and misters, witches and wizards, that is all I have to celebrate the new moon in Libra with you today. Thank you again for being on these airwaves with me. And please, if you know someone that would benefit from this energy in their lives, send this episode to them with a little, hey, love you, hope all is well. Maybe you want to check this out because I think this is an energy that you would love in your life. As always, feel free to send me a message, share this on your stories, grab yourself a magic game board for a chance to run a tarot reading with me. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Also, I almost forgot this. Be on the lookout for the sign-up form for the Samhain Soiree Collective Connect on November 1st. This is not a full moon Zoom boom. It is a let's get together, let's commune once again, let's meet one another, let's share energy, let's exchange energy, because the Samhain is our new year, boo. Samhain is our new year, and there will be more information and details coming up in further episodes. But put this on your calendar. It will be during the day on November 1st, roughly noonish Central Standard Time, something along those lines. So November 1st, we will once again be celebrating the season together because there is always a reason to celebrate the season. And Samhain is the anniversary of starting this podcast in 2019. So I'd like to celebrate with all of you that are listening, all of you that are a part of this Magic is Messy collective community. Let's celebrate the anniversary of this podcast even beginning, as well as celebrate one another. Because why? We can. Because we can. Boom shakalaka shaka khan. As always, I'm so grateful. Gosh, I don't know if I've said that enough. I'm so grateful for all of you. and I always look forward to the messages and seeing pictures of your altars and hearing how your rituals went. And what I really love is when you send me like, oh, I did this ritual or I did this thing and the universe showed me this. And to some people, it might just be something silly. But I understand what the glimmers are. I understand that the universe talks to you in ways that are meant for you, boo. And I love hearing those, and I love sharing that excitement with you. So please let me know what happens, what goes on. I try to reach out to everybody. I try to write everybody back. I try my best to engage as much as possible and exchange energy with you. So feel free to get a hold of me, Chicka D. I would love to exchange energy in whatever way feels great to your practice. I'm so glad to be back, and I'm honored, as always, to practice your practice along with you and be a part of your personal practice. So, sparkles and cheers, my sweets, and I will see you next week. Mwah!